Wow. 2020 has been one heck of a year. And especially with 2020, I feel like a lot of people focus on the bad, especially like a global pandemic that has completely destroyed our country and changed the way of life. Everything that we've done has been changed by this global pandemic. Lives have been uprooted. Things have been changed because of it. So I think people focus on the bad of what happened just because that's human nature. We focus on the bad. But there's been so much good that has come out of 2020. And I just want to share my little portion of what has happened in 2020. So this is a video showing what exactly has happened to me in 2020 that I honestly think 2020 has been one of the greatest years of my life. Now, of course, for some people, that's not true. And I'm sorry to hear that. And I understand that some people have had major family, like just trauma or issues or just changes, just family members dying or friends dying because of not just COVID, but just dying in general. It causes pain and suffering. And so I don't want to say that my year being great means that I'm better than anyone. No, I'm here to say that it can be good in a world where we don't know what tomorrow will bring. And so here is my 2020 recap. What you just saw there was a hodgepodge of different photos I've taken over the year 2020. And we could stop this video there and just say, well, that was my life. But there's a lot of things that need more explaining. And that's what I'm going to do now, is to go a bit more in depth into about 2020, about what exactly happened with me. The first thing I want to talk about is band. Now, band, we started out in 2020 with concert season. Now, much really didn't change until the latter part of around like March time, when COVID really started to hitting and we had out of school and virtual school and all that. But for the most part, concert season in 2020 was the same. It really wasn't affected. It wasn't until we got to the summer of 2020 that marching bands started picking up. And that's when you really started to see the changes that COVID had brought. You would see everyone wearing masks to practice. You would see 6-foot social distancing applied in our marching. And so it really did change the way we did marching band. And for me, as being a senior now, it left me to believe that, man, it's senior year. I was hoping for something great. And if you look at it the wrong way, it really wasn't the best marching band season. But what I think is that because of the COVID precautions, I was able to, and the change, we even had a change in leadership where our percussion director, Mr. Eric Spaeth, who I have had since 8th grade. He's an amazing director and a percussion director, and has helped me grow, especially in percussion. We had a change of percussion directors, where we had Miss Evans now as our percussion director. And I, at first, really did not like Miss Evans. The way she taught, the way she just did everything. So combine a new leadership with COVID, I did not think that my 2020 band year was going to be great. My marching band year. I was heavily wrong. It was an amazing year. I learned to have great friendships with the freshmen that came up, and I eventually learned to trust and actually liked Miss Evans. So the next clip you're about to see is just another hodgepodge of photos, and at the very end a clip of a small portion of our marching show, but just showing more specifically band in general for me in 2020. So, 2020, marching band and concert band at the beginning, truly was a magnificent year. If you don't believe me, rewatch the clip of our marching show, the short clip that's there. You can see me, if the one that, I believe it's the one that the camera is focusing on, but I'm there, second marimba. The amount of effort that I am putting into that, you wouldn't do that if you didn't love marching band, and I truly did love marching band. It was an amazing year. On to the next topic that I want to talk about is Ignite. I was accepted into the Ignite culinary program this year for my senior year. And Ignite is a way for students to get into more of a professional field, to try what they want to actually do as a career. And it puts them into the job field. And I had to go through an interview process. It's pretty much just like any normal job. There's an entire interview process. Only a select few can join. And I made it, surprisingly. I didn't expect I would make it, but I did. And with Culinary Ignite, I have been able to get NWAC community college credit, which helps towards college and getting better in that. But I've also learned so many different ways and recipes of just food in general. And I just love food. One of the things about me is I love to mix together food, and especially cinnamon. Like, cinnamon is the thing that will make anything better. If something tastes bad, just pour some cinnamon on it. That's my key phrase. But yeah, I was accepted into this great program, and it truly is a remarkable program. It's a $1 million facility that I get to attend, paid for by the Waltons, of course. And the teachers as well, Chef Audra, that has taught me this last semester, it's been amazing. Now it's time for another collection of photos, this time about Ignite Culinary. Enjoy. Now I'm hungry. Well, I really do hope to continue learning and growing in my Ignite Culinary class. But on to the next thing. At the very end of the year, and I feel like I have to preface this by saying, before COVID happened and completely changed everything, the band was planning on going to Disney World for spring break of 2021. March 2021, around spring break time, going to Disney World as an entire band. And I was super excited for that. But because of COVID, it was canceled, of course, like everything is. And so our family had originally planned on going, my family had originally planned on going to Disney World with the band, just to come along with me and to see the sights like everyone else. Well, when Disney World got canceled, I thought, well, I'm not going to Disney World. And I'm turning 18 next year. So 18 years and haven't gone to Disney World. Well, a month before Christmas, pretty much it was exactly a month before Christmas, we get to open up our present for Christmas and from our parents. And we find out that we're actually going to Disney World in Florida for Christmas break. And I, of course, was excited because that would mean going to Disney World, a place I've never been. I mean, I've been to Disneyland, but that was when I was like 2, so it's been a while. And then I would be able to see the beach for the first time. We were also planning on going to the beach. Well, technically it wasn't the first time, but the first time that I remember me going to the beach. And it was an amazing experience. The sights, the sounds, especially at Christmas time. It was absolutely amazing. And so now that the trip is over, I can finally share these videos and photos with you. Enjoy the next section of clips. Well, that's pretty much 2020. I do want to wrap up by saying a few things. One, about the lesson I've learned of friendship. Now, starting of 2020, I honestly didn't have friends. Now, of course, I did have friends, but to me, it didn't feel like they were actual friends. I tried to keep myself secluded and away from people. Now, I do consider myself an extrovert, so I don't know why I was secluding myself, but I just was. It wasn't until 2020 that I actually started talking and engaging more with the people that I knew. And I want to end by saying that I have some of the best friends that I could possibly ever have. I want to thank Nicholas DeVilliers for, one, inviting me to board game nights. He allowed me to see a life that was outside a computer screen. From before that, I was stuck in a Minecraft computer screen for a while because I didn't really have friends that I could go to outside of my own home. Like outside of school, I didn't have friends to go to. And so I would just sit in my room playing Minecraft. Nick showed me the amount of fun that I had just talking and socializing with people. And I do want to thank him for that. And then I can't even account for the many more friends that I've come across and I have gained because of 2020, especially in Ignite, band, and many others. And school in general. And then now work. I now work at Pizza Hut after having 11 months. No, it was more like 9 months. 9 months of no work, technically unemployed. I finally have work. I have made amazing friends in those categories. And that's one thing that I just want to leave this video with is don't discount your friends. They truly are one of the greatest things that we've been given, especially if we choose great friends. And I couldn't be happier with how 2020 turned out. Yes, it's derailed my train. Like, I wasn't able to go to junior prom. Hopefully I'll be able to go to senior prom. We'll see though. It doesn't look it's not looking good though. But the way that I thought it would turn out, it's turned out a lot better. And I can't say any more than that. I just want to wrap up by saying thanks for watching, especially if you got this far. I really do appreciate it. And check me out. This will be posted on YouTube and Instagram. So if you're watching this on Instagram, go check me out on YouTube, PeachWarrior135. I'm wanting to do more videos, more just like life, talking, and just maybe a few gaming stuff. There's already a few things on there. But if you're from YouTube, check me out, Instagram, PeachWarrior135, the same thing. And then I also started a food account, peach.thechef, which if you want to go check that out, that has some pretty good, delightful food on it. And I might even start a business off of that. It's in the works. But thanks for watching again, and enjoy 2021.